Basically, what we're doing today is talking about the vaccine, because that's what's here now. You have persons that are pro-vaccine, those that are anti-vaccine, those that are still skeptical.
Yep.
So we said what we're going to do is invite you in, but instead of just asking you the conventional questions, CJ, how does this work? CJ, how does this do? We decided to come at you in a different angle. We're going to come at you as conspiracy theorists and those that don't know, and hit you with some of the things that people are talking about. People are going on Facebook and other social media platforms and putting out there, and we're gonna basically come at you with that at that angle, and then here you are, you have the ability to either debunk that or explain it, or maybe say, hey, you know what you said is actually right, but. Or you could say, I don't have the answer for that, or whatever. So that's how we're gonna come at you today. And also we're gonna open up the phone lines 5437-101, and persons who have their own questions could also call in and ask you. See if we could stump Cedrick.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys have any questions, any angles, anything that you've been hearing people talking about, especially when it comes to the vaccine, feel free. Let's go.
Okay.
Shoot.
So first question, most obvious question. This vaccine is a microchip for them to track me.
Yes.
Of course, right.
Oh. Here's where the confusion come in. The word nano.
The
Nano. Nano means small, smaller than micro. That's all it is. Nano chip is computer. Nanobyte is computer. Nanoparticle is a very smart part of a cholesterol cell. Our body full of cholesterol already. Some of us more than others. I mean, I got less cholesterol, so 2 vaccines with some extra cholesterol ain't gonna do nothing because I need some. But it's just a lipid nanoparticle, which means lipid means fat, nano small particle piece.
So a small piece of fat.
A small piece of fat.
A small piece of fat. A small piece of fat.
Piece of fat. I want small piece of fat. Hey, carnival mode. Small piece of fat. That small piece of fat, the messenger RNA, which is just a code. The code which allows the body to produce the spike protein. So now that micro thing there is only micro and good for the mRNA. It ain't good for nothing else. I really thought it would have been good for other stuff, but I had a vaccine. It don't
help you mutate.
No.
Okay.
Disappointed.
Your phone's still on 4G. Internet still slow.
I look. I had to redo my subscription. I had canceled it now. I say 5G gonna be free.
5437-101. Okay, we got a call coming in, CJ. Lazy, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, fellas. My question is not really to ask something. I was just wondering, is it recorded so I could share it to someone?
What, this interview?
The interview.
Yeah. It's being recorded.
It'll be
we'll post it
posted
up later.
Oh, great.
Okay, thanks.
All right, no problem. All right, next question.
All right, so now you're speaking about 5G. This virus, this vaccine is based off of 5G, and this whole thing is a conspiracy.
But no, the virus when it first came out, they said because of the 5G.
Because of the 5G, and
just like the virus mutated, so did the 5G conspiracy mutated. It went from being the source and the cause of the coronavirus, although we only getting fiber optic now, right?
Right.
So we getting there. We ain't there yet.
Oh, yeah, damn, that's why it didn't work. And subsequently, the vaccine was going to put the nano chip in you, and the nano chip somehow was going to connect to the 5G, and give you free internet
and control you.
Well,
the same cell phone that we walking around now.
Yeah. I mean, the cell phone controls us already.
Right.
I mean, it tells you where to eat. I mean, smartphone for dumb people. But anyway, but I am still upset because the whole thing was I was supposed to get free internet.
Lisa, good morning.
Turn off your radio, please. Turn the radio off, please.
Yeah, you ready?
Really debug that 5G thing because a lot of people don't understand how frequency works. Because the 5G admits a high frequency,
people were concerned about that would succumb said because of the 5G corona resistance. If that was possible, we would never have received corona, period, because we don't have 5G.
It would have died. It would have died.
Right now, our technology is so far behind, we're not nowhere close to 5G.
True.
Or near that speed.
True.
So that just trash, like idiotic talk. And all the people bringing on the 5G tower was a waste of time, waste of money, everything.
There you go. All right, Carla. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we only got 3G here. It would have dead.
Yeah.
So they say we got 4G, but it's still 3G. Allegedly.
All right. So, but CJ, come on. You gotta be honest. They made this thing too fast, and Bill Gates is all behind it.
Hey, listen.
Come on.
I love that the Bill Gates behind it. The man got a lot of money. Science is underfunded. You see how poor man is sitting on here? So Bill Gates, being Bill Gates, say, you know what? I'm done with the computers. I want Apple. I'm gonna take my money and do something else with it. I'm gonna do philanthropy. What's going on here? You know what? People dying of preventable diseases. Let's put my money into research. We're going to fund vaccine research. We're going to fund stem cell research. We're going to fund cancer research. We're going to fund research. We're in the middle of a pandemic. No, this one is for the conspiracy theories. And the outbreak happened in Wuhan. At the same time, there was a simulation being ran by Bill Gates and its cohorts. So yes, we run simulations understanding how viruses and pandemics going to affect the world. You think social distancing, the word came out of a bubble? It existed because people are studying these models. Bill Gates' money is all that he puts in there. Bill Gates walk in a lab, he see a pipette, he gonna go, what's that for? That's very interesting. What's that thingy in the little bottle there? Oh, that's what red blood cells look like. I thought they were anyway. He does not have a clue. The man is becoming more and more scientifically literate, and because of the way y'all does abuse people who speak about science, most scientists decide, you know what, I'm gonna stay in the lab, stay with my head down, and let people like Cedrick, who got broad back and like a duck and could take the nonsense and deal with the negativity, let they go communicate the science and let the scientists stay in the lab. You know, you're not, why? Fauci gonna come out and they're gonna ask, can you get infected after you receive the vaccine? He gonna scrunch up his face and go like, yeah. And not understanding people's sensitivity, not understanding that they really don't understand what you mean when you say, they're gonna run with it and say, you see, the vaccine don't work, you're gonna get infected. Don't take it. Don't take it. Fauci self says, so look, the clip, yes, you know what I mean? And no, folks, a vaccine conditions your immune system. Your immune system is the thing that responds to an alien threat. So once I'm now ready to deal with the alien threat, infection means the alien is in my body. Immune system is now trained to deal with it earlier. So are you going to get infected? Yes, that's conventional thinking.
Right.
Now, you know, we dealing with third generation vaccines, so we don't up the game a little bit. We don't dispense some of those things. Like the infection rate is actually going down, folks. Yeah, these vaccines are badass. I could say that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You don't say it already.
That don't mean that don't mean you got overdo it.
I ain't gonna overdo it. I mean, you see the little nod thing kicking. I talk about the vaccine. I started getting my swag on for vaccines. I'm weird like that, you know? But it's okay because they are reducing transmission and they actually starting. They're doing the research now, but the preliminary finding is that it is actually blocking infections.
Okay. Lazy, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Super and the rest of the guys there. I'm so happy and proud of my little Cedrick there, right? Cedrick, big up yourself.
Cedrick, big up yourself.
If I do that, dig up.
I'm so happy that somebody with sense on the phone for these
Hey. I know what you want to say. Hey, be quiet.
Take the vaccine. Let's open up. Let's be ready. We want party.
All right, 40K before.
Have a great day.
40K for the next Juve.
40K for the next Juve. Take your choke so you can put in that work.
Okay, but Cedric, listen.
Man is a natural right there. No?
You're talking about the vaccine and the alien and the foreign and everything. But I already had COVID, so I don't need the vaccine. My body already did.
You bringing us now into a whole new dimension. Variants. You could still get reinfected, not by the same COVID strain, but by the variants. And the variants are stronger. They are more powerful. Why? It's a natural progression of a virus. When we start to take precautionary measures, wear a mask, wash our hands, social distance, we put in environmental pressures on the virus. We force in the virus to mutate. It's a single strand entity, so there's no sexual reproduction. So you're going to get an increased rate in mutation. What is going to be selected for is those viruses that are able to stay in the environment longer, travel further, stay on surfaces longer. If we continue this way, eventually COVID might become airborne, which it is not at this present time. So yes, even though you were infected before, you can still be reinfected by the other strands. Now, let's say you know your body, you dealt with it, you robust, you know you can handle this thing, but you're going to still be a spreader. Now, that aspect of it comes into consideration. You might be fine, but you're going to spread it. Spread it to who? A vulnerable person who might not be able to get vaccinated because they're too old or they're too young. These variants coming up now are showing that they are putting younger people in the hospital. Younger people are dying. So those arguments are no longer the case. Yeah, the variants are here. So that excuse I have been infected already is null and void. And if you get reinfected, the chances of it being much more severe is also there.
Okay, big homie, what you got for us?
But this is where people now not trusting the vaccine because they're saying, but the vaccine's supposed to help me. But now they're saying there's new variants coming out, which means the vaccine is only good for 6 months, they're saying. Now they're saying up to a year. But with the new variants, the vaccine is not helping against the new variants, which means we're going to have to take other shots. New vaccine.
A booster shot.
Or a booster shot, a continuous shot.
No, not you. The vaccine, the current vaccine, especially the generation 3, Pfizer and Moderna, are effective against the variants up until now.
For now.
If we don't reach herd immunity, if we don't eradicate the virus, it's going to continue to mutate. The more environmental pressures we put on it, the harder and more stronger strains are going to be selected for. Understand what you mean when you have dominant variant. The original virus has now mutated to the point that is no longer even in the community. This new strain. With regards to how long the vaccine lasting, this is how science gonna work. We have 6 months of data showing that the vaccine lasts for 6 months. We know that based on the titer, based on what we see, that it maybe could last another 6 months. When we reach that next 6 months, we're going to let you know it lasts a year. Don't worry. We know that we have a very robust T-cell response, which means we have a broader scope of protection against a larger group of coronaviruses because T-cell response is a different pathway of the immune system. So you have the IgG, the antibody response, and then you have the T-cell response. The T-cell response is more general but lasts longer. We know that already.
No, we don't.
He said no, we don't.
He telling us now.
You're telling us now.
When I say we, I'm so bold as to include myself in the genre of the scientists. Yeah, I heard today that I was up scientist because I ain't in the field no more. But when I open the book and start reading, somewhere in this washed up head, the information makes sense.
Right, true.
As long as the information keeps sense, the washed up head gonna continue to read. You know what I mean? I don't take those things personal, but yeah. So So you have a more robust response, but responsible scientists, especially in trial phase, ain't gonna give you no hard up. Yo, this thing will last a year. We know it lasts a year. We have clinical data from the trials, the first and second phase of the trial. We still do research in the mice, so we know that the vaccine lasts a year. What we gonna tell the general public from the time we started vaccinating till now? We guarantee you that it's gonna last 6 months. So you get yours today, you got 6 month protection. Science gonna be 6 months ahead and gonna tell you that it lasts a year then. Right? That's how it goes. So you're gonna see the information continue to evolve and change. Doesn't mean we didn't know. You see, they change what they say.
Right.
No. As more information becomes available based on time, based on data collection, because we are still researching this whole thing. It's still in trial phase. The trial is going to end November 2020.
So then, you know what? I might as well just take the vaccine after all the trials done. Why I don't have to take it now? I mean, that's what you're hearing.
He just looking at you.
Just to me. Huh? I ain't want a trial period. I want a full thing.
I want a trial period. I want a real thing.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people are saying
It's like a it's like a PS5.
I want a first.
I want a first batch of PS5.
You bring out this new software, but it's a beta version.
Yeah.
I don't want the beta.
Next month they come out with a point.
I want the final.
point 2. Yeah.
No, folks. The vaccine ain't gonna change. There's no 2.0 version coming. There's no upgrade. There's no modular piece, nano extra piece. They're gonna add.
They got no data package.
There's no recall. No.
No, they had recall.
What we gonna do?
No, they throw it away. That one was bad.
They're bad batch.
Yeah.
But and again, you see they had a bad batch, but do you see the internal process of control?
Yeah.
That's how good
they got it before.
We knew which batch was bad.
Right.
That's internal control. We were able to tell you, so now you could use it against us. Have a good day. Yeah. But what happens is the information, we just collect the information. So the trials don't mean we testing. Trials mean a large population going to continue to feed data into a system for analysis purposes. You know, chickenpox wasn't a big thing. It's after 50 years we found out that having had chickenpox leads to shingles. So chickenpox wasn't killing nobody. We were vaccinated against it. It's uncomfortable. You want to vaccinate against it because you don't want that to mutate into future smallpox or something like that, right? But we now realize that there's a long-term effect of having had chickenpox. 30 years from now, we're going to find out the long-term effects of having had COVID. Now, long-term effects of a vaccine would mean that I have a long-lasting immunity. Right? That's the long-term effects of being infected or having had a vaccine. That now my T-cell response is so optimal that 50 years from now, COVID come around, my body could still deal with it. That would be the optimal and long-term effects of getting a vaccine. The long-term effects of getting COVID is a whole different discussion.
Yeah. But Cedrick, listen, I was reading some stuff on the internet, and I see the man's skin peel off.
I see the woman drop down.
The woman dropped down.
She skin catch a seizure.
And also, I might not be able to make children after they tell me.
Okay, you might not be, they tell you. Again, where's the data? Where's the person who tell you this, they're supposed to source up. So that means they're supposed to show you a trial done where doctors were experimenting, right, and realized that after receiving the COVID vaccine, right, 90% of the men showed a 50% decrease in their semen production. This is the information they need to provide for us to have something to talk about. Right. What you tell me right now is like, okay, Jonah was in the whale for 3 days. Yeah. Apples.
But that's what the Bible says.
Bananas. Yeah. There's nothing to hold on to. Now, I would be told that I didn't answer that question. You ain't answering my question. There is no validity to that question. That's like saying eyebrows gonna start to grow up the back of my head. Where you get that from? Where's the research? How do you quantify that information? Because anybody could say anything.
Yeah, but the FDA ain't approved this thing, so why I gotta take it?
Because it's been approved for emergency use.
So what's the difference between emergency and regular thing?
Emergency.
If you're telling me the vaccine ain't going to change, what's the difference between the vaccine now and the vaccine in 2022?
Okay, because we does maintain and adhere to procedures. Because irrelevant of we in a situation like this, we still have a normal procedure that has to be adhered to still, right? So that's a basic requirement that we are not going to take away. This emergency approval, you know what it does? Frees up dinero. You get military money, right? Moving via the CDC. That's why they give it an operation name and so you get money put into these things so that it can be executed. So instead of one guy doing quality control, they got 4 guys doing quality control. They speed up the whole manufacturing process by putting more eyes. So it's freeing up money.
You got a call there, Rama?
Yeah.
Lisa, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just wanted to ask a question. You say, where's the proof of what you saying or whatever? But it's different scientists that doing research because they have to wait to see it happen to declare that that's the consequences or whatever, to say that it will lower the men's sperm count or what, to say you can't make the children later. If they're doing the research now, they can't give the conclusion of that research yet.
Right.
But other scientists, knowing the side effects of the certain ingredients in the vaccine, can say that that's what the cause, because we know if you use too much salt, it got consequences. Everything got consequences. So maybe it's the other scientists or everything else, and they know that if you do this, that can happen, which everybody may know it, but until they see it happen yet, and the time of vaccination ain't long enough.
All right, Carla.
The vaccination to now. I just trying to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't got no proof, but.
All right, no problem. We'll let her answer. She's right. There's no on the vaccine. They ain't got the ingredients inside.
Yeah, they got the ingredients inside.
Well, you didn't check it on your bottle when you get vaccinated.
Yeah. I mean the ingredients there, and the ingredients are ingredients found in everything we eat and consume. There's nothing special about it.
So if I already don't eat the vaccine, why I gotta take it for?
Exactly.
It ain't a vaccine you ate. So the potassium chloride, the KCl, is, for example, found in your French fries, right?
I had potatoes yesterday.
Yes, but the messenger RNA, the code to produce the spike protein, is only found
in the vaccine. So why you can't give me it like a condiment and I put it on top?
So wait. So you telling me if I eat my oranges and my turmeric and drink my tea and everything, I mean, that ain't gonna help?
Yeah, if we all knew from small, right? Apple a day, keep a doctor away.
Right.
Eat your greens, eat healthy. We know that consuming healthy food makes us healthy. Our body works optimally. Even though our body works optimally, you get. And then your Cat Williams kind of slap.
Yeah.
And then your backside still down. From a flu, from a this. So we get sick even though we're healthy, right?
True.
From viruses and from agents that have been in our circulation for thousands of years, right? Novel partner come in. New to our genome. Nobody ever dealt with it. We see the consequences, 2 million plus dead, because our body not able to deal with it. It's foreign, it's new.
Right.
That is why, right, eating healthy has no effect on how our body responds to COVID. Now, let me dispel a myth. They say because you get the spike protein, right? People were saying if you eat food with spikes on it, that'll replace the spike protein. Because
so soursop the good then.
Soursop,
pineapple.
There you go. Now let's dispense with aromatine, the same kind of spikes. The spike protein is very small and it has to do with the virus. There is no food that you can eat that contains or mimics a virus whereby your immune system going to start that whole process of recognizing that spike and that whole immune process. There's no food that does that. There's no food that you can eat that trigger your immune system.
Yeah, but my partner from Tongue tell me he drinks some ginger tea and he good the next day.
He good.
Yeah, he good.
Yeah, but good from what?
He had COVID one day and then he drank it and he was negative next day.
Yeah, he get negative the next day.
Yeah,
so that means when they tell you that, right, you're supposed to say, but if you test today, it takes at least 24 hours to get a result. So how you drink bushy the next day you get a result?
I do the antigen test, not a rapid one.
Antigen test, that means you have blood sample, show me out. like the last caller, you realize supposed to might be quite possible, but there is not even a hypothesis based on the hypothesis that taking the vaccine going to result in this mechanism being triggered. This mechanism being triggered would lead to such and such, and such and such going to lead to so and so. We don't even have a hypothesis. We just have a speculation thrown up. So now the next one could say, you know what? What happened if taking the vaccine can give you kidney failure? We know yet. It's only after some time. You see, we could use that hypothetical, that what if for anything, but there is no basis for it in science. Now, using other scientists, that's a logical fallacy. You're appealing to authority. You never heard me say a specific scientist. You heard me refer to trials. You heard me refer to the research. Why? Because those are thousands of scientists. That's a scientific consensus, and they have literature and data that we can analyze. A single lone shark
come up
screaming
with this.
Something. In science, you are dismissed.
Right. Yeah, because when that man come up by themselves, they just get shut down now.
Until you have some data that we can evaluate, nobody wants to hear you.
We don't believe you. We need more people, as JC said.
We dismissed a scientist with all his qualifications if he doesn't come with some data.
But Cedrick, if enough people take the vaccine and we get herd immunity, then I don't have to take it. So why have to take it now? Leave everybody else take
Who's everybody else? Everybody
else except me.
Everybody else start with me, right? Everybody else start with me.
Nah, everybody starts with an E, not me.
No.
Everybody starts with an E, not me.
Who bought that trick?
They don't even have the letter M in everybody.
No.
So I need to be there.
So leave them take it, and then when we get to that
them
number,
got M though.
They got M-E.
They got M and E.
Oh, so them bring it right back to me.
And they got an N if you want to speak Dutch, M-E and a T, so Met. Met, all of us.
Turn up full circle. We're all in this boat. Listen, reality is, I'll always say this: our generation fortunate. We don't have to worry about smallpox, about polio, because of the sacrifices made by a previous generation. Okay, medical ethics and healthcare has changed to the point that we want to educate and require your cooperation. You know how they got rid of smallpox? Night raids, man. Police just holding the whole neighborhood, walking there, passing through, everybody getting shot like robot. No questions that. We don't need to go back to our uncivilized time. However, smallpox lasted for 200 years until those measures were taken.
Right.
We now look back. Where's our responsibility? We more educated, we more sophisticated. The information for the first time in history, unprecedented, the data and all the information right at your fingertips. We don't have no more excuses. But some people want to be anti to be anti. I enjoy a good debate. I enjoy being anti sometimes for being anti. But you have to put things in perspective. We are in the middle of a pandemic. Our sister island, 58 people died.
60 now.
60. That's right next door, with better infrastructure and capability to handle this situation. What more example we need? You know what was the big situation in Kersal? Their structural refusal to vaccinate. They had their vaccines all year enough.
Right.
You know what is happening now? People are
rushing,
breaking down Sambil to get their vaccine.
Are we going to wait for that to happen here?
No, man, come on. Come on, we don't need to wait for that to happen here in St.Maarten. 40K. You be responsible, be part of that 40K, and if it's 50 or 60 after that, good. But you be part of that 40K. Make sure that you show that you have your community's best interests at heart, your country's best interests at heart. Everything about St.Maarten relies on you playing your part. I mean, people ask me, why you just do this? Why you to be out there stressing yourself? My mother, what are you stressing yourself for? Your whole family take the vaccine. Why are you stressing yourself for? Because it's more than just my little circle. It's my moral and ethical responsibility, you know, to educate and promote sound logic, reasoning, and do the right thing. I mean, I immune compromise. If it's anybody who had to be dead scared of getting a vaccine, it's somebody who immune system don't work good. I don't have both shots. Come on. What more you needing?
There you go. Let's take one more call. Lazy, good morning.
Oh, they done gone.
Anybody else has any other question, anything to add?
Yeah, but they got 7 billion people in the world, only 2 million die. So why you got worry for?
You want me part of the 2 minutes?
But it's 7 billion?
You want to be part of that statistic or something?
But who's saying be part of that and eat my greens? I strong already.
Yeah, we know that. And the south up.
Yeah, I don't drink south juice every morning.
You drink a tea, a bush tea.
Yeah, so why it is? Are you telling me I must take the vaccine?
Me telling you take nothing. I advising you for your best interest.
A lot of people telling me I must take the vaccine because 2 million people die. Okay, 7 billion. That's why I telling you.
I telling you, in St.Maarten, 27 people die.
27, okay, what, 70,000?
More. Not okay. 27 die.
27 die, okay, 7,000.
I don't okay nothing.
But you just said 2 million, okay, 7 billion.
That's why I make the number smaller so it's easier for you to work with. That 2 million is a big number. So just 27, but forget the outer. 27.
Yeah. 27.
That's it.
I remember when the first death was recorded, even that was too much.
That's my point. That's my fundament.
Right.
Are you swearing because about it?
One too much. No, I can't do that. That's my fundamental point. One is too much.
Right.
One is too much. Who are you? Who are you? What right you got to discredit those people's life?
That is John G. cousin from Tong. Sorry.
Tell your father.
Hey, you're right. You know, people be, it was only 27.
Only?
Yeah.
Only say that.
Tell that to the families. Yeah.
Go tell that lady who had to bury her son or that person who
even
didn't
be there.
see mother,
right,
that she only 27. Let me see this day and age when we can hide behind the internet, we can see a lot of crazy. Come tell me to my face, you only I, your mother ain't gone. I TV. She ain't die from COVID for you. They lie to go when people have to stand up to a glass and watch a family member can't breathe. Yeah, like the level, I mean, I don't joke and I talk, but the level of inconsiderateness sometimes people are display when they say these things. You don't stop for a second and realize, yo, that's somebody's mother, father, brother, sister. Who am I to dismiss their lives as if it didn't have no value? Like, I don't, are you morbid?
Yeah. Well, Cedrick, thank you for joining us today. Super Duper Morning
pleasure.
Show. Went longer than we expected.
We could do this the next time.
It was a good time. And I'm sure we didn't even get to scratch the surface, but hopefully people did get the information.
40K by the end of May. Register today.
They should ask you to campaign.
I look, I doing my
doing
thing.
It for free.
I doing my thing. It's just, you know, when you're doing it, don't look for no rewards. Just do what you gotta do. From last year, I said, you know what? I'm gonna open my mouth, and I know I'm gonna get
the
blows.
backlash.
I know, but if one person say, you know what, that man makes sense, but you know what, let me stop going with these nonsense and go get a vaccine.
You feel good.
That's what.
The reward is actually getting back to some type of normalcy.
For my state, for my peace of mind, I tell you, I socially dysfunctional. I had a pat on down. Hey, how you doing? You okay? And it don't work no more. You got these masks. So I got a whole reprogram this.
Just use the head nod.
The head nod.
Again, Cedrick, thank you for joining us and keep up the great work. If anybody wants to keep up to date, follow him on Facebook, Swaliga K9. You can check it out. Still training the dogs.
Yeah, still training the dogs.
We some of us don't want to take the vaccine, but we're quick to vaccinate our pets, though.
Yeah,
we know in there.
Yeah, you see a dog die from parvo, you're gonna vaccinate them quick. I think that's what it is. You know, if COVID,
it's not me,
if COVID had visible symptoms like your face deforming from smallpox and stuff like that, the rush would have been far greater.
True.
Definitely. The fact that you can't see it is something we're also causing that.
Maybe,
but we all vaccinate our animals, our children. This is why I find so irresponsible. Most people who complaining are vaccinated.
True. All right. Laser 101, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up, so don't you go anywhere. It's the station with the attitude, Super Duper Morning Show.